Hi and welcome back. In this part 2 video, I'm going to show you how to take your animation that you do in Blender and bring it over to the game engine. So what I've got right now is I've got a simple platform rising up over 120 frames. I need to make sure that that animation or action is properly named, so I'm going to switch my timeline to my dope sheet. Okay, so now you'll see down at the bottom here, you'll see a little pop-up menu that says Dope Sheet, and you want to switch it to the Action Editor. And what that will do is that will give you a chance to actually name the action. So right now it has a very generic name like Cube Action. So I'm going to go ahead and call this something more specific. Okay, so there it is, Platform Up Down. Okay, now that I've got that taken care of, and of course I can go ahead and I can edit all my keyframes, change my timing, all that kind of good stuff. You'll notice that I only animated the platform rising, and that's because Blender has a feature called Ping Pong that will allow me to rewind or play the animation backwards, so that way I get the downward action. Alright, I'm going to change my dope sheet now to a logic editor. Change the size here so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to add an always sensor. I'm going to add an action actuator and wire the two together. And I'm going to zoom in on the actuator. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and name my actuator. I'm going to choose play for the play mode, but here's ping pong. We'll do that in a moment. Right below that, I'm going to click on this little text box here, and I'm going to choose the action. Now, of course, when you really get going here, you will probably have a lot more animations there. I then need to set the start frame, and in this case it was 1. The end frame was 120. And there we go. If I go ahead and press P on my keyboard, you'll see it's now going ahead and it's playing. And there we are. If I change it from play mode to ping pong mode, you'll see that it goes up, and then Blender Game Engine rewinds it. So ping pong works really well for anything that's going to be cyclical, where it can keep going and looping forever and ever and ever, but also be played backwards. Then we've got some loops. The loop end, I'm not quite sure about that one. I have to look that one up because that one sounds contradictory to me. If it's going to loop, why is it going to end? But we'll see. That makes sense. Okay, so it's going to loop forever, but it's going to play its animation to the end of itself, and then it's just going to loop again, which, of course, doesn't look so great in this example, but there you are. Let's see what loop stop does. Okay, so loop stop, you can see pretty much the same thing. Flipper, I think, is similar to ping pong. Nope. Okay, so I'll have to look up Flipper because that one to me sounds like it should be a little similar to ping pong, but clearly it's not. Okay, so that's it. Those animations, those actions will now play inside your game engine, and you'll be all set and ready to go. So just remember to name your actions, and then that way everything will be nice and organized and it'll be easier. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Good luck.